McLaren are not just back, they're back. For years they were the awkward middle child of F1, always promising, always next season will be ours, and then ending up stuck behind an Alpine like it was rush hour. Fans had trauma from endless memes of Norris sitting sadly in press conferences, grinning while secretly crying inside. And now, the MCL39 has flipped the script. This thing is a monster. Ferrari can't keep up. Mercedes look like they accidentally brought a lawnmower. Even Red Bull, the empire, has been toppled. Why do fans love it? Because it's the redemption arc nobody expected. It's like watching your nerdy high school buddy suddenly turn into the lead in a superhero movie. The car is so good it's created the nicest kind of civil war. Norris versus Piastri. One weekend, Lando looks like he's about to crown himself King of Britain. The next, Piastri arrives with the energy of a man who refuses to be anyone's number two. Max Verstappen said the MCL39 is especially strong in medium-speed corners, one of the trickiest parts of modern circuits. Balancing tyres, aero, and downforce is hard, but McLaren nailed it. The team's efficient cooling system and aerodynamic stability make the car consistent over long stints, letting drivers attack without fear of tyre degradation. Even reliability is impressive. Unlike past McLarens, the MCL39 doesn't randomly explode on race day. The engineers refined the gearbox, brakes, and ERS system to avoid surprise DNFs. Trackside engineers often praise how predictable the car is under heavy braking and in high-speed compression zones, allowing the drivers to push to the limit with confidence. And the best part, the car isn't perfect. It still has flaws, like slightly tricky low-speed corner entry on bumpy tracks, but instead of breaking hearts, those flaws make the wins even sweeter. Fans aren't just cheering for a fast car, they're cheering for a comeback story. And F1 loves nothing more than a comeback. If dominance had a personality, it would look like the RB19. This car didn't just win races, it deleted them. Verstappen was basically speedrunning the season like it was a video game. 19 wins out of 22. That's not racing, that's bullying. Normally, when a car is that dominant, fans get bored, but the RB19 was so slick, so glued to the track, that people couldn't stop watching. It was like watching a magician pull rabbits out of hats. Except the rabbit was a half-second faster every lap. The RB19 had this eerie calm about it. No drama, no struggle, just clinical precision. Verstappen would blast off into the distance, and the commentators were left talking about midfield battles like they were suddenly life or death. Fans loved it because it was inevitable. You tuned in knowing the RB19 would win, but you wanted to see how. Would Max lap half the grid? Would he pit for fresh tyres just to take fastest lap out of pure spite? The car's perfect aerodynamic balance and clever suspension setup made it feel planted everywhere. Red Bull's engineers also improved cooling efficiency, meaning the car could push hard without tyre degradation killing the pace. Adrian Newey's genius took airflow around the barge boards, floor, and diffuser to a level even rivals couldn't touch. Even the way the car managed downforce over curbs became a talking point. Fans love that it's not just fast, it's an engineering masterclass. The RB19 also showed incredible consistency across circuits. From Monaco's tight streets to Spa's high-speed straights, the balance stayed incredible. Some F1 cars are loved because they dominate. The Braun BGP001 is loved because it wasn't supposed to exist at all. Honda bailed out of F1 at the end of 2008. Everyone thought the team was dead. Ross Brawn bought it for a single British pound, literally the price of a Tesco sandwich. And what happened next? Pure chaos. They turned up in 2009 with this weird white car. No sponsor logos, no money, nothing. The livery looked like it had been designed in Microsoft Paint, but under the skin, a double diffuser that made other teams cry. Jenson Button won 6 of the first 7 races. The paddock was stunned. The fans went insane. An underdog team, broke and desperate, suddenly wiping the floor with Ferrari, McLaren, and Red Bull. The BGP001 was light, aerodynamically clean, and predictable. Ross Brawn's team created a car that was forgiving even at high speeds. Button's smooth driving style took full advantage, showing how engineering and driver skill can perfectly align. Even when the car's advantage shrank later in the season, it was enough. The double diffuser allowed better airflow under the car, giving extra downforce without compromising drag. Fans loved that a car born from chaos could also teach rivals a lesson in innovation. The F2004 wasn't just fast, it was nuclear. Michael Schumacher used it to win 13 races in a season. Rubens Barrichello picked up the scraps. Everyone else? Fighting for table scraps like seagulls. The F2004 was so good it still holds track records today. 2 decades later. That's like Usain Bolt still holding sprint records in 2050 because nobody's even close. Fans adore it because of the sound. The 3.0-litre V10 screamed like the gods of motorsport themselves were howling through the exhaust pipes. You could hear it from towns away. People still post onboard laps just to feel goosebumps again. Its low drag, high downforce, and perfect chassis balance made it corner like a scalpel. Ferrari's engineers optimized suspension geometry, aerodynamics, and brake cooling so the car could maintain pace even in hot, abrasive conditions. Fans love it because it wasn't just fast, it was beautiful. And Schumacher, he made it look effortless. Schumacher could also extract every ounce of performance from the car on wet tracks, a real testament to the F2004's chassis balance. Even mid-season upgrades only made it sharper. Fans love the mix of art and science in this car. Imagine strapping an F1 car to a computer. That's the FW14B. It had active suspension, traction control, semi-automatic gears, and more tech than most laptops at the time. Nigel Mansell used it to obliterate the 1992 season. He won 9 races, and the championship was basically over before summer holidays. Fans love it because it looked ordinary but wasn't. Other cars wobbled and struggled over bumps. The FW14B floated like a hovercraft. Mansell would glide through corners like he was driving in easy mode. The car's active suspension kept tyres in perfect contact with the track. The semi-automatic gearbox made shifting smooth and fast, and the traction control meant Mansell could push without spinning out. Track engineers noted how the car could maintain speed through rough sections while competitors slowed. That perfect blend of tech and driver ability made it feel like a cheat code. The MP4/4 isn't just loved, it's mythologized. Senna and Prost together in one car. 16 races, 15 wins. That's almost perfect. The only blemish was Monza, when Senna collided with a backmarker. Otherwise, we'd still be talking about the 100% season. Fans love it because it represents the best and worst of F1. Genius drivers, incredible engineering, and explosive drama. Senna was magic in qualifying. Prost was ruthlessly consistent in races. Together, they were unstoppable, and also hated each other's guts. The Honda turbo engine delivered brutal power, and the lightweight carbon fiber chassis gave insane agility. Its low polar moment made rotation through corners rapid, perfect for Senna's attacking style. Monza 1988. Senna almost lapped the field in qualifying. In races, the car's balance and reliability let him manage fuel and tyres while still being blisteringly fast. Even aerodynamic details mattered. The car's side pods and front wing design gave perfect airflow, improving high-speed stability without reducing cornering agility. It wasn't just a car, it was a lesson in synergy. Driver, engine, and chassis perfectly tuned. Fans still worship it. Before the Lotus 72, F1 cars looked the same. After the Lotus 72, the future had arrived. It had wedge-shaped aerodynamics, side-mounted radiators, and looked like it belonged in a sci-fi movie. Colin Chapman basically ripped up the rulebook and rewrote it. Fans loved it because it was daring, it wasn't safe or conservative, it was bold. Emerson Fittipaldi became the youngest world champion thanks to it. Ronnie Peterson became a fan favourite sliding it through corners. Its inboard brakes reduced unsprung mass, torsion bar suspension kept it stable, and wedge aero gave downforce without giant wings. That combination let drivers push harder, brake later, and corner faster. Example, Fittipaldi's 1972 Italian Grand Prix win. Lotus 72's nimble handling let him overtake rivals on Monza's curves, and the efficient suspension kept tyres alive for a perfect final stint. Trackside engineers were amazed at how the car managed balance under high-speed curb loads. Lotus 72 raced competitively for 5 seasons. Fans love it because it wasn't just fast, it changed everything. The Maserati 250F is loved because it's pure raw racing. No wings, no electronics, just a front engine, 4 skinny tyres, and bravery. Juan Manuel Fangio drove it like it was part of his body. His Nürburgring 1957 win is legendary, coming back from nearly a minute behind to overtake both Ferraris and win. Fans still call it one of the greatest drives ever. The 250F had a tubular space-frame chassis and double wishbone suspension, giving drivers control over a car that could bite hard if mishandled. Its inline-6 engine produced 220 to 240 horsepower, enough to punish mistakes but reward skill. Stirling Moss in 1956 won the Argentine Grand Prix by exploiting precise steering and brake balance. Fangio praised its predictable handling under high G-loads, letting him brake later and corner harder than rivals. Even climbing steep hills or handling bumpy tarmac, the 250F remained responsive. Fans love it because it embodies F1's soul, danger, artistry, and raw human-machine synergy. One small mistake and the car punished you. Master it, and it became legend.